Hello everybody. Today we're at Ronin Drift Lounge. Scott. Hello Scott.
How you doing, Sam?
Thank you for agreeing to do this with me.
Reluctantly.
Oh no.
Got me there in the end.
It's been coming. You know it has. No, it's been good. What's been going on?
Ooh, a few bits and bobs.
Yeah, I think you've got some good news.
Trouble with the floor.
Right.
As always, pain in the backside. So, made a choice.
Yeah?
Japanese P-tile.
Yeah?
Got to be done.
Ordered, is it?
On the way, on the slow boat.
Oh, brilliant.
It's on the sea as we speak.
Oh, okay. So how long do you think it'll be before we get it?
Well, it lands in the UK beginning of November.
Cool.
So,
Oh, that's brilliant.
couple of weeks delivery.
What colour have you gone for? The lighter or the darker?
Or black.
Have
dark.
you? Oh, no, I like the dark. Yeah. Looks better in photos. Yeah.
Looks better when it polishes up.
It looks more realistic. Oh, that would be great.
Takes the brightness down on the room as well.
Yeah. Are you staying the same size?
At the minute, yes. So, as
Cool.
much as we can squeeze in, we'll put it in.
Cool. Oh, that's brilliant. Nice. How long have we been in here?
What are we on now? Originally, we moved in 2019. So it was just before all the COVID. We were a couple of months upstairs in a smaller room on a carpet track.
Oh, yeah,
Me
yeah.
and Daryl started up there just for somewhere to go because there was only pop-up tracks.
Yeah.
And then we ended up opening it up to everybody.
Oh, brilliant.
And then gradually it grew and we ran out of space and moved down here. But we've been down here for 18 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Well, just about 18 months.
Because am I right in thinking that you're actually just getting ready to come out of upstairs?
Just clearing it out now as we
Yeah.
speak. Get rid of it finally.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put a photo up of how it used to look
Yeah.
on the carpet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Good. So 18 months in here. You had how long upstairs?
But yeah, 2.5 years. at
2.5
least.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, right. And then before that, well, what was it like when you moved in?
Upstairs or downstairs? Upstairs was just an empty room with a wooden
Yeah.
floor. And we had to literally carpet it, paint it, put the pits in, electrics,
Yeah.
everything, light in the lot.
Yeah.
So, same with down here. This place was an absolute mess when we moved in.
Really?
Yeah, to literally take the floor up. Took us 3.5 weeks to get the floor up. Of old, God knows what was on it.
Do you know what it was before?
The building originally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Originally it was a hosiery factory. Then when that shut down, this room, before they put the walls in, was a print works. And then it got taken over and split up into all these units.
Oh, okay.
But there was a guy in here for probably 10 years just selling junk from China on eBay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then eventually he left and we managed to get the room.
Oh, okay.
So just look at the drawer, seen it was empty and managed to get it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. So no weird stuff in the history of the building?
Only if it was a mental asylum years ago. Barry!
Am I going to see you again before we go? Have you got any events coming up before we go to? Because we're off to Cross Games at the end of the month.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We've got the competition on the 21st, round 3.
Yeah.
So if you come up for that, I'll see you. I may make it down to Slide House one Friday evening if I've got time, but other than that, it might be, I'll see you on the Friday we fly out.
Right, yeah. You've been doing a few more comps recently. How have they been going?
They're not too bad actually. Getting a bit more efficient at them.
Yeah, yeah.
It only takes a few hours to get through them now.
Oh, that's great.
People are on board with how quick we push them through.
Yeah.
The level of driving's it's just going up and up every time. So,
Really?
yeah, it's good. Even people you think probably wouldn't be very good are actually doing really good.
Have you noticed that? Because obviously you run every Saturday.
Yeah,
Pretty
we run
much, and then-
Wednesday nights, pretty much every Saturday and every Sunday, open
Right,
every
okay.
weekend really.
So have you noticed the driver level on a Wednesday increase?
At the minute, it's Wednesdays and Sundays seem to be the busy days. Saturdays they're strange, up and down like a yo-yo.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's because there's a lot more places open on a Saturday. People are here, there and everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
But we get a lot more locals now, so
Yeah.
Wednesdays and Sundays are the...
Are you noticing your Wednesday regulars, are they wanting to get involved? Are they trying to hit the clips? They're getting more
Yeah, definitely.
into that?
Everybody's getting on the line more and understanding where you got to be.
That's great.
So the trains are getting better. We come in last Wednesday, and first battery I turned around and there's like 8 cars going straight round in a train,
result.
instantly. So everybody's on it now. Everybody's cars are getting tuned. Everybody's learnt how to drive. We've still got new people starting and coming in, and they're picking it up really quick. We've had one lad start probably, I think 5 weeks he's been doing it now, and he's in the trains, leading, behind, middle. He's straight in there now. 5 weeks, 3 cars.
Brilliant.
Found the car he wants, and yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm really looking forward to cross games.
Oh, it's going to be mental.
It will definitely be an experience.
Yeah, I've experienced UK competitions before, and like pre-COVID competitions. I think everything's changed now. I've seen competitions online and how they run them, but to actually go to one, especially with so many drivers, I think there's 80 entrants at the minute.
Yeah.
I think they're capping it at 100.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's going to be mental, and it's going to be at the middle of Prague Motor Show as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge event.
I think it's like their version of our like NEC.
Yes.
It looks big.
Yeah, it looks huge.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect. I've done a few comps here in the UK. Nothing like this. This is.
Oh yeah, this is just going to be next level.
Yeah. I'm expecting the calibre of driving to be quite good.
It's going to be. I know.
Do you think?
Yeah, the Japanese guys just can wipe the floor with everybody, aren't they?
Oh.
Like they always do.
We'll have a go though.
I think there is some really good drivers that will give them a good run for the money. But
yeah.
Most of the names on the list I ain't got a clue who they are, so.
No. They could be heroes in their own countries. No way I'd know.
You never know.
No, of course not. No, that'll be good though. I'm looking forward to that. Is there have you got any, other than obviously the new track coming to P-Tile, any other plans for the track?
There's things in the pipeline, but I wouldn't want to say what they are at the minute. But it's just whether stuff comes off, and do you know what I mean? You're always trying to improve and change things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next step's the P-Tile. Get that sorted, get it down, get this floor sorted. I'm sick to the back teeth of paint. So this floor, it's always trouble with air and moisture coming through it, so always pushing the paint off.
But you've tried a few different paints.
3 different types of paint and different ways of doing it, but there's a stream that runs under the building.
Really?
So the building never dries out.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's the trouble. You can never. It looks dry, but if you seal the floor so it doesn't breathe, it pushes. Because there's water under the building, it pushes the air pressure. And,
how strange.
One of the guys that's been here for years told me they took a fork truck in a while ago to one of the units the other side to move something, and they went in the unit and the concrete slab tipped and water will come out of the floor.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's literally, this is the lowest point of the whole site. We're in a dip in these few units at the bottom, so we've done the best we can to waterproof the best of it and keep it out. When we first moved in, you'd have water pouring through the walls, so we had to do a lot of work initially when we first moved in to get all that sealed up. So we've stopped all that, but it's moisture, ground pressure off the water, you just can't get rid of it. So that's why we've made the choice, made the leap, P-Tile. It's the way to go.
How long you've been down here and how long you've been on the paint, you've done a cracking job. I've been here many a times, I've had many brilliant days here. So
yeah, there's a lot of work behind the scenes people don't see,
right,
to keep that floor running. Because other tracks like Midlands Drift Warehouse, their floor runs, they don't have an issue with theirs, runs nice. Whereas to keep ours nice, there's a lot of upkeep to go with it. Yeah. It's not as simple as just paint it and run it. So yeah, many a long week standing it back and fresh coats of paint and buffing it up again. Because even when we painted this, it was bubbling up within about 3 days in certain places.
Right. How did you get into this, Scott?
Literally started with a Tamiya TT02.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of mates in my mate's back garden, on his decking, chucking buckets of water down to make them slide.
What?
Yeah. Literally.
Do you have rubber tyres on or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Freaking rally tyres on at the time.
Oh, right, yeah.
A couple of Maverick Stradas and a TT02. Yeah, I thought I fancied going to a track, so started looking into it. Seemed rad shape, but went over and they weren't very helpful at all. Tried to charge you an arm and a leg just to step on the track, so I walked away from there and never went back. And then I found Drifters RC, which had just started up in Coventry, which Darryl was a part of, and that's how I originally met Darryl.
Yeah.
Got talking to them. Literally got involved with them straight away, and you know what I mean. Started
Nice.
making tracks with them and doing it all. But that only lasted a few months. It was a bit too much internal stuff going on with the guy that originally started it.
Yeah.
So literally just walked away from that.
Oh, okay.
And then I went off mountain bike riding and racing again for a bit. And then I bought a Shakura D4.
Oh,
Spent 18 months trying to get that right.
So when you first found it, it was counter steer or 50/50.
Pretty much everybody was on CS.
Yeah.
There was a couple, one or two maybe, that was on rear wheel drive. Yeah, it was only just starting. Then sort of when I left, and then I come back probably about a year later. The first proper track that I went to, like the real track, was carpet. It was Midlands Drift Society at Paisley. Yeah, I went there quite regular. There used to be a track called Unit 4 in Leicester. Tim Anstall, banging track. It's about time that you come back drifting, mate. It's been a while. Yeah, and then it was so either going them two tracks, and in between going up to NRD. So it was sort of 1 week at MDS, then up to NRD, then Unit 4 in Leicester, then back to NRD. And it got to the point where me and Darryl was like, should we get a unit? So we did.
Nice.
Yeah.
So obviously the gap you spent, you done a bit of racing and all that, bike riding. When you came back to it, counter steer was over, everyone was going rear wheel drive.
Yeah, a lot of I think there was probably about 4 or 5 CS left.
Hanging on.
And then there was good old Dale Clements that would not get a rear wheel drive.
Our Lord and Saviour.
Yeah, who kept freaking beating everybody and smashing you around with your CS. I tried driving his car, I could never drive it. That's another level of driving CS.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
It's something else. Your throttle control's just nuts.
We did have one turn up one night. It was a guy, he'd done it in the past and he was thinking about coming back. And it looked a handful.
Hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
There's quite a few times I had to go with Dale's, and I never once done a full lap without crashing. So respect to Dale. I don't know how he did it for so long. And he'd run in the train, so everybody running rear wheel drive.
Really?
Yeah. And then I made the step to go and I sold the Shakura to my friend Kelvin and bought a YD2. And I never looked back. Love the YD2.
Rip.
Yeah, absolute.
Do you know what I found out the other day? They don't make them anymore. There's a thing, they don't make like the S and the E and all that. They've changed it to...
I saw the new ones out now.
Yeah, it's called like a
MD1.
A rookie drift.
Yeah. Complete new. That's when they had the big shake-up, isn't it?
Right.
I think the company sold hands, if I understand rightly.
Is that
that's
right?
why ReVD started up.
Is that right?
Yeah. So when ReVD started, when it all changed,
Yeah.
and they stopped producing the YD and they wanted to go down the MD1 rookie drift. There was all new stuff coming out, weren't there?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Wow. So you started off with your D4, YD2, and then was there a gap before we get to these beauties?
I probably ran the YD2S for about 2 years. And then I badgered Mr. Gary Baker. And he sold me his Revol Ultimate, which is YD2 based.
And this is this one?
Yes, I've still got it now. Absolutely love it. I don't think I'll ever sell that one.
Your Revol.
Yeah.
I've never heard one before I saw yours, never saw one.
It's a YD2 on steroids.
Okay, can we take the shell off?
Yeah. Just yank her off. Should have dusted it. It's a YD2, but it's just a lot more adjustable and a lot faster. I think it's more of a competition chassis.
Okay, so it's a YD2 base with like a conversion, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it was originally, yeah. So most of the arms and things like that are a YD2.
Oh, okay.
The main chassis deck's gearbox, front bulkhead, rear bulkhead. That's all what you got in the upgrade kit. One of the best things I liked about changing was the new Rhino LSD.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Love them.
You getting on all right with it?
I won't drive a car without one anymore.
I can never get mine to feel consistent.
You just don't learn to build it right yet.
Yeah, probably. I probably couldn't be bothered and run out of patience.
I've built mine a fair few times.
Oh right, okay. So you're still running that. What electronics you running, Scott?
Well, I used to run Toro, then I went to Hobbywing. I ran Hobbywing for quite a few years, but then I got offered a cheap Futaba handset,
Yeah.
and that pushed me to go Acuvance
Yeah.
with the S-Bus.
Yeah.
And that was just like, yeah, why didn't I do it sooner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running Acuvance Rad in both my cars now. Agile motors, absolutely love them. And steering servos, I'm actually using the Fastech Razor D1. I've been running them for 3.5 years now.
Now, am I right in thinking that's the one with the gyro?
Built-in gyro, yeah. I've got them in both my cars. And there's a few of the local lads that come now. They've had them, tried them, and they're getting rid of everything. One lad's got 3 of them now, different cars. Alex has just dropped one in his, and I can see the difference in his driving.
Wow.
I absolutely love them.
Intro, what is it again?
Fastech
Yeah.
Razor D1.
Oh, right. Obviously, I spoke to you
I
before
think they're
about
made
it.
by a company called Theta,
Right.
or used to be called Theta.
Okay.
I think they may have had a name change recently.
So how do you go about changing the gains if it's built into the servo?
Setting your endpoints and everything. You need an Android phone, or they've just bought a program box out, but basically it's NFC. You just need to be able to get to the back of the servo. Just put your phone on it and you program it. And then once you've set it up, your normal gain is on your handset as it normally would be.
Oh, so obviously when you plug your servo in, you get that extra channel wire coming off of the servo.
Yeah.
Right.
It's still got the game wire,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so
That
you
makes
can control that off your handset.
sense. Right. Okay. Are they fully programmable then?
Yeah, all sorts.
Are they?
Gyro, speed, accuracy, smoothness.
Oh, right. I'm out then.
If you're into Samwa, they've actually got Samwa SSL on it, I think, as well. The Super Response. That's one of them.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I've tried other stuff, and I've not got on with it. Recently, I won that MST MRX off Dale.
Was that on Dale's raffle?
And the car was absolutely... I'm not an MST fan. I don't like the active back end. It's just not for me. And it had ReVD servo with the Yokomo V4 gyro in.
Yeah.
Didn't like either of them.
Seriously, 'cause that's what I run.
I tried all sorts, and
wow.
I pinched settings off other people, all sorts. The best settings I found was Brian Sebastian gave me his, and the servo ran a lot nicer. But I don't like the V4 gyro.
Right. Okay.
I don't like how it works. And
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I personally like the way they work, but yeah, like I said, each to their own, innit? Right, and then this one has got your what is this, RX-7? Do you do this one?
Yeah, I do all my own shows. You have to do your own, don't you?
Yeah, you say that, but we'll get into that. Yeah, I'm about to give up doing my own shells. I've bought a painted shell, and now I'm like, well, I'm never going to be able to paint anything like this.
I've got 3 shells behind there, and they'll just sit there until... Because you fall in and out of love with it, you know what I mean? One week you might want to go, I really want to do this. You spend a week and absolutely smash a shell out, and then I won't touch one for a year, because they annoy me.
Yep.
I hate masking shells. I hate cutting them out.
Yep.
I don't mind painting them, but cutting and masking, it's just no. So yeah, they sit there for a long time until I finally do them.
Yeah. Right, then your other one is this your MD?
Yeah, I've just had a Yokomo MD1. I got rid of the MST because I couldn't get on with it, and got the MD1, and I'm going to use that at the cross games.
Is this the one you're going to compete with?
Yeah, the Revo's set up for just trains and being smooth.
Yeah. So you're obviously quite happy with this then?
Yeah, the Revo's a little bit heavier because it's an older chassis, but this thing's just, it's something else. Love it. A few upgrades on it. 4 gear, rear hubs, front hubs, upper arms, inline battery. I think that's about it. Bit of tuning.
Same electronics?
Yeah, same electronics, same servo, same ESC motor.
Right, okay.
Acuvance, bloody overdose shocks on both.
Yep.
I don't think you can get better shocks.
No, I don't. What, are they the V2s?
These are V2s. I've got a set of V3s to go on this, but I tried them Sunday and it made the car too stable.
Too stable.
So I need to rebuild them.
For when your car is too stable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was as if it slowed it down too much.
Right.
Whereas this is a bit livelier at the minute, ready for the comp.
Yeah. The ones of these that I have driven, they are very lively.
But I'm used to. I've always just built a car to be smooth, drive trains, twin with people, and not. If I use the Revo to compete, I'll really have to work that car and work hard. Whereas this, it'll be a lot easier to gain and drop back if I need to.
Yeah, yeah.
Learning new tuning things. Do you know what I mean? Stuff I ain't bothered even thinking about before.
Because how long have you had the Revo then?
3 or 4 years.
And you've stuck by it, and you've got it where you're happy. So this is like.
If I hadn't have won the MRX off Dale, I wouldn't have bought that, and I'd still be using that.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Yeah. The only reason I bought this is because it was like, right, well, let's sell all that, and I'll buy that.
Yeah. They are nice.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, yeah. Have you had any? You haven't had any issues with it at all then?
No, nothing.
Oh, it's good.
The bottom arms are a little bit loose when you first get them, but you can just pack them out, glue them, whatever. Just take the play out of them. Just do what you got to do to make them right.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, it's fantastic. Love
cool.
It. I've cheated a bit. I've put YD2 rear hubs on it, the different axle heights.
Yeah.
And it runs quite nice.
Ah. Yeah. Am I gonna have to blank that bit out? Are you gonna have to keep that? Do you want to keep that to yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, no. If you buy the new hubs,
yeah,
they have the option of 2 different axle heights.
Oh, they've got the 2 holes in the bottom,
yeah.
So you can have them up or downer.
But you've only got so many mounting points.
Yeah.
On the top. Whereas I could move around a bit more. So I just had some spare ones from what I took off the Revo a long time ago in a box, and I thought, I wonder what they're like. And I put them on, and I was like, actually, these are working really good. So I left them on. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the big upright hubs. I much prefer the flat ones.
Yeah,
and I've just noticed they were just releasing the MD2, and they've gone to this style hub.
Have they?
Instead of the previous one. So I don't know if there's something in it or not.
You're ahead of the curve.
I don't know.
There might be something in it. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. If I buy the proper ones, they might be even better, don't they? That's what I've got. That's what I've tried. It seems to be working for me at the minute.
Nice.
With my 1/12 Super shell.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Sweeps.
Absolutely loves this shell.
Mr. Sweeps, this is coming to a door near you very soon.
It sounds like a challenge.
Well, it's not going to be hard because he's got an MRX.
Ooh. I did see him.
He's building something else. I know he is, on the sly.
I did see it the other day. I won't say, but I did see it the other day. I didn't see how it went, but I have seen it.
Well, I know what half the electronics are in it because I sold him to it.
Does the track do all right? You keep roof over your head all right?
The track pays for itself. Summer's, I think every track in the UK, summer's always quieter.
Yeah, agreed.
School holidays and things like that. I think you make a bit more money in the winter, and you just have to make sure you've got enough buy, and to keep it in mind that when it comes to summer, you might not make it every month.
Yeah.
So you just make sure there's enough there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't overspend on stuff through the winter because you're doing really well. So
experience.
I've been at it long enough that we know it's just like, don't spend all your money.
Yeah.
Don't waste it on rubbish. Just get what you need to.
Because it's not just you and Daryl do this together, right?
Yes, yeah. Me and Daryl have been at it, well, since we started, both of us. We opened it together.
Right.
We actually started as, we started a team called Ronin Drifters, because we were both a member of another team that went south. And it was just a bit of a pun, as a joke, and then it stuck. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, and we just carried on with it. And when we opened the track, we were like, what should we call it? So we ended up calling it Ronin Drift Lounge.
Nice. Have you got any advice for any of the smaller tracks? So obviously you've been doing this for a while. Yeah, any of the smaller tracks that are starting up, or someone that's thinking of starting a track?
If you're starting a track, just do it. Do you know what I mean? As long as you know you can afford it yourself for a couple of months, just do it, advertise it, help as many people as you can, encourage people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just try and get them in the door. People will come. You build it, they will come.
Right.
You know what I mean? It can take a bit longer sometimes.
Yeah.
I know there is a few tracks around the country that are pop-up that would like permanent places, but I think there's quite a few of them that will get there eventually.
Yeah, I do.
They're just slowly chipping away, getting there, getting your locals in your local area, building it up,
exactly.
getting your money in the kitty, get to a point where you feel you're comfortable and you're safe to do it, and then you just got to take the leap. It's like me and Daryl chucked quite a bit of money in initially each, even borrowed a bit to get upstairs.
Oh right.
And a bit of a jump, and it was like, if it goes pear-shaped, can we afford this between us? Can we split this bill? If it's like done and flat, do you know what I mean? Because we ended up upstairs having to solve a 5-year lease.
Is that right?
Yeah, so you find that way a lot of places. 3 to 5 years is minimum, because it gets rid of all the messes trying to rent a unit for 5 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Usually gets rid of illegal activity and things like that. So straight away, they'll ask for a big chunk up front and ask you to sign a big lease. So if you're serious about what you're doing, there shouldn't be an issue in. And that's how they look at it when you go to sign the leases.
Is there anything you wanted to bring up?
Do I want to bring anything? I don't know.
What are we looking at? Oh my God.
My lovely crane that me and Daryl purchased years ago.
Oh yeah, your crane, I see.
I heard cranes were dead, but I've still got one.
Right, I want to thank you all this week because the questions, you've really been on it. I appreciate all the questions. If you've got any more, keep sending them in. But we have got a lot of questions this week.
It's either going to be cranes or tiles.
There does seem to be a bit of a theme going on, right? But we'll do what we can to answer them. Some of them, I'm sorry, I can't answer these or I even ask these, but I appreciate you sending them in. Right. When you get your P tile down, Scott, what tyres are you going to run?
There'll be the choice of the Valineos, so 8Cs, or the top lines.
Okay, cool.
Anybody that's running silver dots, I'd recommend going to the top lines initially.
Yeah.
Because they run a lot like a silver dot in your setup. Which you put a Valineo on, it's just like redo your whole car.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, I'd go for the top lines with a P tile.
Do you think that smaller bodies? Oh, this one's for you. Yeah, smaller bodies. Look at that.
Oh yeah, 112 foot.
Do you think they're an advantage when it comes to competition?
They can be. You can pull somebody into a wall. Literally, you can set them up.
Or take them down a bad path.
Yeah. And you miss the wall, and they've got another couple of and it's just game over. Yeah, it can be done. And also, there's the advantage of having a long shell sometimes, because if people don't drop back on a transition,
they just tank into you.
Well, no, you just transition and bosh them out of the way. It's there. Boom.
Right. If you could go to any track in the world, where and why?
Oh, there's too many. Vega, P-tile. Take me to Japan.
What's the one where they always hold the big comps in Japan? It used to be called something. It's a serious building. Remember, put a picture up here. This one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Yes, please.
There's too many tracks in Japan. There's so many to visit. I'd love to go. It's got to be done. Also America, Super G. That looks awesome.
It does look good. Yeah, agreed.
To be fair, I want a road trip across Europe next year as well.
You really?
Yeah, there's enough tracks to do a big loop and come back.
We're going to be busy next year, Scott. If someone wants to get into RC drifting, Scott, and they live locally, how's the best way to go about it?
Best way to do is literally visit your local club. Go and meet the people.
Yeah.
See what they drive. Most clubs have either got a higher chassis or people will let you have a go with their car anyway. So you can see how things drive and see what you like. And you know what I mean? There's plenty of people that can help you get what you want for the budget that you're willing to spend. Obviously, the more you spend, the better it is.
Yeah, that is
to a point when you're learning. If you're on entry level and you're brand new and you're on cheap, I'd just say go and buy an RDX and a Sama controller. Just grab a Toro and an Aries motor, something like that. Just nice and cheap.
Do you think what's your opinion on the RDX? Do you think it's
Where's the sheep max gone? Bah. Bah.
Do you think the RDX is hiding bad drivers behind good cars?
No, it's like the MC1, isn't it? When that come out, everybody bought an MC1. And then as soon as the RDX got announced, everybody sold the MC1. Gone. Just literally, get rid, I want an RDX.
Here's a picture of my MC1 crying on a shelf at home.
Oh, you still got yours?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play.
I do like it. My RDX drives how I wished my MC1 drove, but never did.
See, I've drove loads of RDXs, some upgraded, some not, and they all drive the same.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what you do to them, they all feel the same.
Yeah, they all feel a bit light on the front end.
The only persons I haven't had a go with, which I want to have a go to, is Mr. Ben Clinton. Bring it down, because you've got the most hop-ups I've seen. I want to go. I want to see if it actually feels different.
I've done quite a lot to mine. I did the beast mode conversion, shocks, gears, hubs, diffs, spacers, and it's slowly been going back to standard. That's just so annoying. Like, you do something and then like one of the other lads, because there's about 6 of us with them, they'll go like, oh, I'll try this gearing, and you're like, but that's almost back to standard, and they're like, yeah, it's better though. Or like they'll go, oh, I've gone back to this camber. You're like, that's standard camber. Like, yep, and then it's just better. So it's a strange car in my eyes where I don't know if I can improve it. I don't know.
They are good.
They are.
And you can make a plastic kit that's so good.
Yeah.
That's not adjustable as well.
Yeah.
That's just like, yeah.
Oh, what's your
good job?
Good one here. What's your favourite JDM car? Real car?
RX-7.
Yeah.
All day long. Always has been. Love them.
R32 GTR, I think. Nissan through and through.
There's a few RX-7 shells back there. Various forms. I've always liked them since I was a kid.
Got one here from Bob Rock. Big shout out.
Bob?
Do you guys see the UK considering hosting a World Championships? A World Championships? Cool.
Mate, that'd be mint.
It'd
be good, but it's having the people to do it and the venue to do it in.
World, European? That'd blow my mind.
Awesome. Yeah, but it's having the people that are going to do it. You know what I mean? People don't get paid for doing this stuff. Do you know what I mean? All these truck owners, even just doing a track, but nobody gets paid doing it. So, you mean, you do a world, it's a big commitment for a lot of people. It ain't just like one guy organising it. It's an army of people.
Hey, Sweeps, guess what? Yeah. Do you want to organise the World Series?
Mr. Sweeps, I think you should do a European Championship. You know it's coming.
Do you want to really see Sweeps stressing out?
Oh, man. He's stressing now, coming up to Matsuri. You can see it. As the month goes on, you can see it in his face. He looks older and older and older.
Oh. Go on from Gary Evans. Which do you prefer, to build chassis or shells?
Neither.
Okay.
I prefer to just tune cars and drive them.
I like building chassis. I haven't done many. I like doing shells, but I've fucked up more than I'd like to admit.
Oh, yeah, I've binned a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not one for... I used to like building them, but no. I prefer to just drive and tune them now.
So, I don't know if you've seen that. I've got a Supra like yours now. I bought it. It's one of...
It's yours 10th scale, though?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, what's yours? Is yours Yokomo or MST or...
It's Pandora.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why it's the Diddy one.
Right, okay.
Sweeps knows which one it is.
I got... but yeah, I got one of Slide Customs shells that someone was selling, and man, it is so pretty. It just makes me want to give up on ever painting a shell ever again.
Keith.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing for me to take to Prague, so I hope it's ready in time.
Oh, you getting one for Prague? Ooh, very nice. He when I got it, I asked him a few questions about it, and he told me how I can clean it, and all I wanted to know was if you could repair it.
Well, if you have a close-up on the front of that one, that needs repairing.
Right, do high traction wheels make a difference?
Massively.
Yeah, I've been here before, and you've...
I tell people not to run them here, because we run a slightly higher grip level than other places. So if you come here, put your hard wheels on, drive all day and enjoy it. Then when you go to another track, you're struggling for grip, you've got the option, put your high traction wheels on. That's all I do. When I go anywhere else, at most, it's high traction wheels and maybe a couple of teeth change on a pinion if the track's massive. Other than that, it's a gyro tweak and drive. If your car works, it works wherever you go.
I couldn't say for sure if they make a big difference on carpet or not. I wouldn't know.
Everything.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I know they make a big difference on hard surface.
You know, especially on a hard surface, if your wheels are proper rock hard, like the SKFs, they're noisy. If they're noisy, they lose all the grip. If you've got a quiet wheel running, it's got grip. You know it.
What's your favourite brand of shell?
It's got to be Addiction, isn't it? I love them.
Have you built one?
I've had a couple.
Have you?
I've binned a couple.
No, you ain't. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I started a Highcade, and it went wrong. And then it annoyed me that much that I just went, right, that's going in the bin. And I'll start again. So I've got one. I've got another one. I haven't even started cutting it out yet.
Oh. I wouldn't trust myself doing Addiction.
But I've done a couple. They're brilliant. Quality of them is mint. And they are easy to do. It was a painting mistake.
Right.
I bought myself an airbrush. Should have practiced more.
Note for all you out there.
Yeah, big time. Practice. Yeah. On anything, paper, Lexan, don't go straight at the shell.
There we go. Another one. Do you like rear active toe or not?
I hate it.
Yeah, I've tried it on my MC1. It was terrible.
Yeah. Pretty much every car that I've seen that drives well with it on has got it cancelled out. It's either been shimmed so it does nothing, or it's been taken off the chassis and put on the rear arm.
I think what annoyed me more was I got my MC1 pretty early, and then they started bringing out all the options, and one of them was the rear active toe, and I think it was like...
I've seen a lot of people buy that and then straight up
it's like 180 quid. And I put it all together, got it all working, and then Zane and Steve, they were all like, hey, you don't want that shit, get these arms. And then they, the solid plastic arms.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so cheap as well.
Cheap, and they worked.
Oh yeah, rear active toe. I wasted money on it, never got on with it.
No.
Yeah.
That's why I sold the MRX. Didn't matter what I did with it, it's just like, no.
This one's multiple choice.
Oh.
Yeah. Cranes or carpet?
What, if I've got to keep it?
You've got to keep one.
Oh, I'll keep the cranes.
One from Dale. What's your favourite part of RC drifting? Lovely question.
All of it. It's the community.
It is, isn't it?
It's the people you meet.
It is.
It's the laughs you have.
Yeah.
It's just, everyone's great. Wherever you go in the country, whatever track you go and visit, brilliant. Always fun. Always enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's going to be hard. What's your favourite chassis? We know what that is. That's your Revo.
Revol.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, sorry, Revol. And what's your favourite track? Don't be biased. I wonder what Scott's favourite track is.
Well, I love Rome, but I like visiting others.
Yeah.
So, for the size and layouts, Sweeps and you guys do a banging job down at Slidehouse. But then you go up to NRD and it's just scale town.
It's nice that they're all different, right?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
There ain't like one favourite track.
No.
But for me, old school track for me, I was just after the Soul RC days. Mm-hmm. So I started going up to Wakefield to NRD on the carpet.
Yeah.
And that was the Mecca. It's massive with the town and everything. It was just that was mint. Used to love that. It's about, get that bigger track. We need a bigger track. Come on, bring it back.
You've been told. One from Driftwiki. Where do we see the UK RC drifting scene in a couple of years? In a couple of years? Yeah, hopefully in a really good place.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
I know there's a few people with a few of the tracks got plans for next year, which should push the UK well. And then following year after that, if it carries on the way it's going, if people are willing to travel and do some more comps, I think the UK is well and truly going to be on the scene properly.
Yeah, I think
we're catching up. We're starting to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were a long way behind a lot of other countries. But yeah, the scene's growing. And hopefully it just carries on.
Yeah, I think I've got a lot of driving behind me to come anyway.
That's all right, I'll go in the passenger seat then.
Mint. Oh, this funny guy here. Where can I purchase a crane from?
A crane?
Do you know any good sites?
I bet Sweeps has got one for sale that you don't want.
If he ain't, I know someone else who might have one.
Bullet's got a drivable one if you don't want that. It might be a bit broken by now.
Rambo Drift. We might know who Rambo Drift is.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, what's he
I
want?
don't know.
It's multiple choice again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pink or brown?
Neither.
I'm not even sure what you're inferring to.
I don't know. One in the pink, two in the stink? And pink, no. I just don't like
Shells. Cool. Yes, shells. Of course we are on about shells. I'm weird now. Right. What do you reckon to flex decks?
Yeah, they're great if you don't know how to tune your shocks.
I'm just thinking of another answer. Yeah, I don't like them. No. I prefer to tune my shocks.
A bit of flex in a chassis is good. But some of these ones that are coming out that look like a flippy floppy ruler from school,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, it's way too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not into the super floppy.
Do you prefer to run trains or competitions? So obviously you've been running a lot of competitions recently.
Competition, actually running a competition is a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people are like, "Arr." There's always somebody niggling about something and then they don't realise it's like, that's half my day gone.
Yeah.
I want to drive. I love driving trains.
Yeah.
Big trains as well. More the merrier. 10 plus cars all the time.
Yeah.
That's just mint. The other Sunday we come in and literally I had to stop driving because out of the corner of my eye, I clocked that there was nobody in the pits. And literally the whole room was running a train. And I was like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that was with all the new guys as well. And I was just like, pfft. Ethan wanted to know where you get red hair from.
Now, there is a story behind that. And Ethan made a comment at the ASVO takeover at MDS about red hair. And I can't repeat that, but I'm sure if anyone's got any questions about it, just send Jobbers a message and he'll fill everybody in.
You didn't get like many sensible ones then you started getting?
I got loads on vinyl sheets.
Vinyl sheets, that's one. Should you call it P-tile? No, it's not P-tile. It's not a tile, it's a sheet. Sorry guys, but it's sheets. Maybe plastic, but it's a sheet. Simple as that.
Obviously, you're going over to P-tile now, so you got the higher ground.
It's different. It's made from different stuff.
It is.
If people could be bothered to look into it, what it's made of, they'd understand it.
I don't even think the P stands for plastic, because you grab a bit and if you break it, it's almost grainy. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like a bit of asphalt.
Do you know why?
No.
Because it's full of stone.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Proper P-tile has got a high content of stone in it, whereas the sheeting is probably 95% plastic, natural materials. Whereas the stuff we're going to run, semi-slide house, is actually, it's pretty much a recycled product, bar 20% of it.
Okay.
That's why it's so different.
Yeah, a lot of these are crane related.
Cranes.
Cranes.
Bah.
Is it pronounced Reeved, or Reeved?
I haven't got a clue.
No, I haven't got a clue.
No, honestly, I don't know.
I like it, but Reeved?
I don't know. I'll call it Revd. I don't know. I don't know the proper pronunciation.
We might find out in Prague.
I could be a bit offensive and do an impression, but no.
Okay, yeah, probably not. If anyone wants to get in touch, Scott, what's the best way to find you? And the track as a whole?
The track, well, we're on Facebook. That's the best way. Our details are on Google Maps as well if you want to find us. Phone numbers on there as well, or message us through Messenger. If you want to check it out, if you ever come down and the gate's shut, just drop me a message or ring the number. Somebody will let you in the gate.
You do a Wednesday night, so that's probably better for someone who's new, wants to get into it.
Yeah, used to be.
It's busy now.
It's starting to get busy now, yeah. Might have to do another night just for newbies. Yeah, Wednesday night's 5:30 till 10. Saturday's 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. and then Sunday's 10 till 6.
Cool.
So any day, any time.
But yeah, just send
come
you a
down.
message.
Everybody's welcome. Nobody stays on track all day. So even the new guys, I usually recommend to the new guys if it's a busy day, just sit and watch the lads running a train and that. They'll all come off when the battery's done. Just jump on and then the other vice versa. They'll sit and wait for you to finish.
Yeah.
And people just sort of swap round.
Right, thank you for doing this for me, Scott. Pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
See you all trackside soon.